empezar, okay? All right. Here we go. I should take an allergy pill before I start. Okay. Be right there. I'm taking an allergy pill real quick. All right, I'm back. Let's get this thing started. All right. Going to be painting Sulla. And we're going to be working from his picture, which in those times would be a statue. So, the Roman Imperator Sulla. Inspired by recent events. It's not a political piece, more of a political commentary maybe. So, and we paint him in red monochrome, Roman red. Well, let me get a charger real quick. I just need a brick. So yeah, it should be a cool little piece, quickie piece. I had to abandon the mermaid painting, so if anybody wants to see how that turned out, go on my Instagram, because I got snitched off of my channel last week. So I can't be reported for this. Go ahead and share this. Oh, my sinuses are terrible, guys. I'm sorry. How's everybody doing? It's Friday, right? A lot of people got their jobs back recently with the reopening. But I still got fam here, so family's still home, so. But I'm happy for everybody that got their jobs back. I recently applied for a few jobs, so I'll be working since my wife is laid off. I'll be working and painting, so you guys still have orders. Don't worry, that won't affect the orders. When you're an artist, sometimes you have to get 9 to 5 jobs from time to time. I learned that from some. I was reading a blog of an artist that I looked up to once, and he was like, "Sometimes you gotta work. Sometimes you gotta." But you just keep your eyes on the prize. You know, that's what I do. Until you blow up. Hopefully, you blow up, right? Or get to the point where I can grind if the economy comes back, I'll be able to grind just art again. Which will be cool. I went to California this week and brought my airbrush with me. I was airbrushing in the hotel. Finished up some pieces for some buds. So yeah. Airbrush was a little bit crusty. I thought I'd cleaned it out, but it's not too bad. I used the Wada Eclipse HVCS. It's a workhorse airbrush. .3 millimeter. Really nice gun. I almost bought another airbrush recently. I want to get one of them HPs, but alright, I'm going to put a little bit of reducer in here. So let's look for our solid fixture. No, this thing turned off. These Apple products, once a new one comes out, the batteries turn to shit. And that's not a conspiracy theory. Stop watching the tech guy talk about that. They put something in the code. Your battery starts deteriorating. Alright, here we go. I got this red. I just want plain old liquid red. I'm gonna add a little black to it. That's illustration red. That's even better. It's old though. So yeah, I'm painting the first Roman dictator, Sulla. And he's got an interesting story. So if you want to look it up, there's a lot of good YouTube channels that have his story. I believe I'm not a historian, so I don't want to get this wrong, but I believe he's Julius Caesar's either grandfather or great-grandfather. But he's an incredible man. I don't know how good man he was, but you can see his picture here. He's pretty intimidating looking. Well, you can't see yet, but if you look up his picture, you can see he's pretty damn intimidating. Actually, I'm going to put more in here. I'm going to put a drop of smoked black. Hopefully this thing doesn't keep shutting off on me. If it does, I'll use my phone, I guess. Ooh, some air just blew in from outside, and it was hot. I'm out of Vegas, so... Could have swore I put it on here. Let's see if we can find it. Just gonna have to use my phone or send it to my email later. Yeah, the air just came in hot from outside. It's a little bit windy too. Alright, so we are looking for, oh, come on. Where is it? I just uploaded it like a few days ago. Here it is. So that's what I'll be painting this picture. But it's going to be monochrome red and dark red and shadows. So that way I don't have to do it just like the picture. I can add my little thing to it. So. No, we'll do email. In my email inbox now. I should have put it up in my drive. I should have. Put it in my drive. Jesus. Can't get it right today. I thought I was ready. I thought I was prepared, but I guess not. There we go. Let's see which drive account this is. Now this thing's not charging. I might just do it from my phone. Might just have to work from my phone. Looks like this brick isn't working, or it's not supported by the iPhone. There it is. Oh, it charges for a second and it doesn't charge. So I put it in the drive and see. No, it's just not charging. What the hell? I'm connected to this thing. Wow. Well, I got my color. I'm all ready to go. I just need to get the picture up where I can look at it. Okay, now it's charging. I put this power strip here so that I wouldn't have to go to other places for power, but no, my brick doesn't work. Okay, so let's see if it... There it is. Alright, so I'm going to download it so I don't need to be connected to the internet. Okay, save to camera roll. Alright. So we're getting this on the camera roll now. And we're going to get started now. Airbrush time. You know what I didn't tape? I'm going to tape around the edges real quick. It just makes things cleaner in the end. And then I can decide on the background or whatever. So I'm just going to tape around these edges right here. Not too much. So it's Friday. Got shit to do and got no job. No, hopefully people are back at work. That would be good news, right? That'd be good news for everybody. Can feed our families again. Because I know that's what a lot of people were stressed out about during this COVID thing. It sucked. People are all on edge. Hating each other over politics. It's an election year. So, yeah. Make art and you'll feel better. Make art and that time that you're painting, or go do jiu-jitsu or something, you know, or jiu-jitsu is probably not the best idea right now with COVID, but the gyms are opening back up, so you can even do that if you're not scared of COVID. If you're not somebody who's at risk of getting COVID or whatever, if you're healthy, go do jiu-jitsu, work out, do something, but don't think about all this bullshit 24 hours a day, because it'll fucking consume you. And there's nothing, it's like Marcus Aurelius says, you can't get worked up over things you have no control over. There's just no point. Just no point. I used to get worked up over everything, and that's why I'm one of those people that probably shouldn't be on social media like that much. But I've mastered myself a lot more. If anybody knew me in around 2008, 9, and 10, I was a fucking mess. And I'll be the first to admit it. And luckily, I didn't fuck my life up too much in those years. But yeah, I was definitely rock bottom those years. Rock bottom. So now I just need my knife, which was in here. Eraser, which is good. I have like 4 knives too, so I should find one eventually. There it is. Alright, I'm going to use this blade. This blade should be good. I think I just changed it last time, so. And it's just to give a clean, hard edge. I just like the edge that I get from the tape. That's why I tape around. I don't tape anything else. You can too also like make a stencil. A lot of people will make, I was seeing it earlier on Facebook actually, they'll print this out. I used to do this when I was a t-shirt artist, and because people would ask for like hard things like their cars or whatever, and you just don't have time to be sitting there drawing that shit. So you would print it out in the printer and then cut it out. Cut out stencils, make a stencil of it, and then it's like a guide. It helps you a lot. I see a lot of the shoe guys, the guys that airbrush on shoes, doing it. I just a few months ago, I might have deleted it, but I tried to airbrush a little paint box, but was trying to put a predator on it. It wasn't coming out very good. I didn't have a very good reference. I didn't have a really reference that really was making me too excited. So, because they specifically asked for the predator, but not the creature predator, not the predator with mass. So Predator with his mask on, which should be pretty easy. For some reason, I just couldn't get a good reference. So yeah, came out like shit. But I still have it there. I'm still gonna fit. I still have to finish it. So I shouldn't say it came out because it's not done yet. I just got to get back around to finishing it. It's for my cousin, so I didn't charge him shit, so he can wait. But this project should come out cool because this is the type of stuff that I'm good at. So, or at least I think I'm good at. So that's the red under here. Yeah, let's do it. Airbrush seems to be working good. Nice lines. We'll do this dark red. So let's paint this bad motherfucker. This is a bad dude right here. He's not as bad as Corn Pop. He's still a bad dude. Corn Pop was a bad dude. So was Sulla. Sulla was a bad dude. I wish we had time machines. You can just go back and see what it was like in these times, you know what I mean? Because all we have is movies and they're all bullshit. They tell you some bullshit story of what things were like. Every movie about Romans, they speak like Englishmen. I mean, I know it's because the best actors are probably from England, but so that's what they get for these Roman movies, but it's just funny that they all have English accents. But England does produce a lot of really good actors, so maybe that's why. So when people think of Romans, they think of people with British accents. But that's not the only non-historical fact in these movies. There's a butt ton of them. So I darkened up the red a little bit. Still want it a little darker. Especially for these shadows and stuff. Room! Yeah, I'd like to go back to ancient Rome and just check it out one day. Now they discovered that, not too recently, they discovered that time running parallel or something. Just saw that in the news. I can't say exactly what it was now because I'm not that smart to say that shit, but something about they discovered something like that right there. So I think it would, if I understood the article right, I mean that could be the first step to unlocking time travel. I gotta look it up. I need somebody here just looking up facts. I say dumb shit because I can't remember it. Especially when I'm painting. I turn into Tito Ortiz when I'm painting. I don't remember shit. I'm gonna put music on. fun to paint these old statues because you learn a lot. You learn a lot about how to like build up big forms when you paint. You know. The way they would handle hair and stuff like that. Now, I believe, if anybody's more savvy in history, but I believe that Sulla is undefeated, never beaten battle. They tried to raise legions against him, and nobody could. Nobody could take on Sulla. Bad motherfucker. I wish they taught more interesting history. I love history, but when I was in school, you learn about this kind of shit. And it's not like it's I don't know if they're keeping it a secret or they just want it. It shouldn't be a secret. It's Roman history. It's not anything that would cause any kind of rebellion or anything here. So. I don't know why. Maybe I just went to shitty schools. Maybe that's it. Or I wasn't paying attention. But I had to learn about guys like Sulla on my own. And, not all of us like reading a lot, but reading is the most reliable way to get information. Nowadays we got a lot of misinformation. being spread on the internet, and we're all guilty of it. I've done it too. I've posted that shit. You know, turn out, you know, a week or two later, I find out it's bullshit, or you know, a photoshopped picture or something. So we just gotta be more careful of that. These times teach us anything, it should be that. We should learn anything from this decade, from the beginning of this decade, and everything that the 2000s and 2010s brought. It should be misinformation is deadly. And it could actually tear people apart. This country right now is in a state of 911. People don't get along. People don't like each other. So that's what happens when people don't like each other from the same nation. We're living in crazy times, but other people have lived through crazier times, and they've been just fine. Or they weren't, or they died. When you die, you're not going to worry about it anymore, right? See, what other tool could you use to create light and shadow so quickly? You know, I've been airbrushing maybe, 15, 20 minutes, and you can already read, you know, this this beginning part of this painting. You can already see what it is pretty quick. There's not a lot of medias that can do that. So if you've ever if you're an artist and you're interested in airbrush, that's definitely an advantage of airbrush that has over a lot of other medias. And if you're an artist that wants to use airbrush but don't want to use it for your entire piece, then yeah, go for it, because you don't need to use airbrush for an entire piece. You can use airbrush just for shading, stuff like that, anytime you want. And it's cleaner and more convenient than aerosol cans. Sometimes aerosol is the way to go, but it just depends on what you're doing. But most times it's better than aerosol. Most times, because you're not going to stink up your whole house doing some airbrushing. Where airbrushing, where spray cans, you will. Where spray cans shine is on walls and stuff like that. I really don't like using airbrush on walls. I'd rather use on walls. I'd rather use aerosol. So yeah, just one color, that's all you need usually. On my mermaid piece, I was just using a brown, and it was actually creating a skin tone. I wasn't even having to add a whole lot of other colors for skin tone. Shit is on. You guys like this red so far? I like it. It's a little too light at first, but I think I got the right amounts of I'm gonna get a. Better not sing along with this song, man. I'm gonna get fucking taken off of demonetized. Just like I figured. No more shows, more calls. Dope. I'd like to do a version of this, but actually add the eyeballs and try to make them a real person. I've thought about that a lot, but I've seen a lot of statues where they've done that. Yeah, it looks freaky. But I wouldn't mind trying to actually fill everything in and see what the dude looked like in real life. That would be kind of cool too. Solo. His name sounds badass. His story is badass. I think he's just a badass. Ghetto boys with trick or treat can. The bag. He's running for a face. Here too. Close to Halloween. My hands were all bloody, punching on the concrete. Dun 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 dun. Oh yeah. Room. Yeah, if you know any Roman history, leave a comment. Drop some knowledge. Don't drop no fake knowledge though. I'm gonna fact check. I'm gonna fact check. I'm gonna write no dumb shit. The Romans were Aryans from fucking space and shit. I want to hear none of that shit. Master race. Fucking Goebbels science and shit. Goebbels. Fucking QAnon. Get the fuck out of here with that QAnon shit. Who was the Nazi propagandist? It wasn't Goebbels was one of them, but the one that would make the movies for him. I gotta remember. I'll remember in a minute. That's what you guys are watching with that QAnon shit. Scary times we're living in. But Trump ain't no Sulla. So. Look at this guy. Scary as fuck. Imagine this guy's your dad. He comes in. Oh, did you clean your room? Fuck. Clean your room, boy. Still balling. Fucking solo. Let me make sure I make it this far right. Yeah. Let me get the eraser here. With the eraser, I'm erasing the pencil marks as I go. It's a real soft eraser, so it gets under the paint actually. It erases the pencil marks. And then I actually use it, the electric part, to pull up highlights and stuff. Then I have another eraser, it's a hard eraser. That I also use, and it kind of, see, puts out highlights, pulls out highlights, kind of cool. It's kind of like a charcoal pencil. It's the closest thing I can relate it to. Painting with the airbrush is a lot like, I used to use pastels before I started airbrushing again. I've airbrushed since I was a kid. I would make t-shirts. I had a Pache BL. I'd make t-shirts in the garage and give them to my homies or sell them sometimes. Sometimes I sold a few out of my garage. I would go to the swap meets and stuff, and I would ask the people for jobs and shit. They never. I don't know. It was weird. Like maybe it's because they're protecting their jobs, but they would never really give me a shot. And then they wouldn't give you a shot, and they wouldn't give you information. People were real, famine mentality for a long time, especially about airbrushing. But all that stuff's kind of calmed down. But people, they charge. I think that's why I was so secretive, because they knew that one day they would make money off of other artists, and they didn't want to give away all their secrets and stuff. So, but yeah, I would airbrush. And then when I started doing a lot of aerosol, I stopped airbrushing, started doing a lot of piecing. And I felt like my airbrushing was hindering my piecing for some reason. So I stopped airbrushing altogether for a while. And then once I graduated the Art Institute, I really didn't have a whole lot of ways to make money off of my artwork, and I wasn't very good at the computer stuff, so airbrush it was. I probably could have been good at the computer stuff, but I get burned out so fast sitting there at the computer. I think that's why I didn't do more digital. And then I get distracted and want to start playing games, and I have to, when I'm painting, I have to be doing, just focused on art, you know, I can't be focused on a screen. I don't know. I start looking at stuff online, looking at Facebook, looking at whatever. Online news, it don't matter. I'll get distracted on the computer easy. Here, I put some music on, I'm painting. I don't know, anybody else feel that way, or? To go. We got a face. Yeah, when the coronavirus came out, I had a lot of anxiety, so I went and looked up stories about the plague in Europe and how that went down and how people were quarantined, and it kind of made me feel a little better. Took a little bit of the anxiety away. And then we saw how it all played out, you know, and it still could come back harder, stronger, but for now it wasn't that bad, you know, so we'll see what happens this winter. We could either, two things could happen. We can either just forget about it completely, or it could come back harder and stronger like the Spanish flu did, so let's see what happens. But when I want to get rid of anxiety, I look to history. I don't know if anybody else watching me has that. Maybe you guys leave a comment if you do similar, or if you just say, "It's a new time. Things are going to play out differently." historically, things usually repeat themselves pretty accurately. Like the thing about not starting a land war in Asia. You know how many people have, even the USA won't admit it, but even they have fell into that trap. There was a time when we went to war in Russia, and it didn't go well for us either. Vietnam happened again, land war in Asia. So yeah, history tends to repeat itself. Pretty accurately. So I was worried about dictators and stuff like that, and looked up how Sulla got his power, and I was like, there's no way in hell. I mean, maybe I'm underestimating him, I don't know, but this guy was a straight warlord, and you know, they didn't make it easy on him. Got my little French curve there. I don't know where my other one's at. I want to get a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to do it this time, but I definitely would in the future want to fill in the accents. See what we get. Leave a comment if you would fuck with this guy. I would. I'd be like, Mr. Sulla, it's all yours. You guys hear me singing, it's because I'm listening to shit in my headphones. Not because it's the singing show. Not because I'm trying to make a singing show. So we quickly laid in a face. Let me put this. The monochrome helps with the speed. Farm. Solo. Let's keep going. Alright. So now my dilemma is if I do his armor or the hair first. I think I'm going to go down and do the armor first. I still got a full cup of paint. I think sometimes what I'm coming through comes through on there because I get demonetized. Anybody ever heard of this song? This is some of that Tony Ferguson shit. Alright, back down here. Yeah, I like these monochrome portraits. You can just knock one out in an episode. There's a lot of value to that for me. Especially because when I try the big project, I get kicked off. Especially like a nude or something nice. Doesn't want to stay up here. Clip it up if I have to. Clip it up a little bit. Make sure it's not out of camera view here. We good? Let me raise the camera up a little bit. Right there. Alright. Oh wait, I don't have to screw with it. What was going on right there? Silly. Ooh, that air is coming in hot from out there. I don't know, thinking about putting a little eagle or something right there. We'll draw a little fucking like. We'll look up a Roman eagle right now and I'll draw it on there. Actually, I think that eagle's from the Republic. Might not be fitting for him. Even though he was a Quator? I don't know if he was consul, but I know he was I know he was a member, you know, high ranking up in the Republic, so we'll see. Need the other eraser. With that tip dry, I gotta like keep the finger on the air longer. That's the worst habit that I have from spray painting. Is I don't keep firm on the trigger long enough. I get a lot of tip dry, but I deal with it. It's not too bad. It's just part of just bad habit, you know. Sometimes people have bad habits. It's hard to get rid of. I'll tell you what, in t-shirt airbrushing, it's a big no-no. Can't do it at all. It really fucks up the quality. If any of you are thinking about becoming t-shirt airbrushers, just know that you need a lot of control. That's why I was a mediocre t-shirt airbrusher. I'm not that big on control. Anybody ever suck at anything and not want to admit that you suck that bad? That's not a good thing, because you're not going to get better if you don't admit, like, hey, I suck at this. It's also not good to beat yourself up too much. So you got to find that balance. So look. Alright. Anybody liking this piece so far? I'm having fun with it, so if you guys don't like it, today. Yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, hit subscribe, whatever. Leave me some money on my Patreon. Yeah, I'll tell you what, my Patreon people, because I'm not monetized, you guys have helped me out a lot. The reason I'm painting now is because of my Patreon people, because I don't like to beg a lot, so you won't see me talking about Patreon a whole lot. But the people who have supported me with my Patreon have really helped me a lot. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it, and I do try to give back whenever I can, however I can. So remember that. I'm not one of the people that just take, and don't give back. You know what I mean? This scary motherfucker, dude. Imperator. Yeah, I'm glad I saved the hair for last. It's definitely the hardest part. Probably should have done it first. Probably should have done it first, but I would have lost a lot of viewers probably. When I do the boring stuff first, I tend to lose a lot of viewers. So if I was home alone, I'd probably have done the hair first, just because it's the biggest pain in the ass. you want to get good at drawing hair, draw Roman statues or Greek statues. They'll show you the secret. Rome! Rome! Anybody seen History of the World? Rome! Fuck the poor. So we got this one here. Let me make sure I get these right. And there's another one here that I was about to miss. That's probably why he looked better looking. Because I didn't have that other bag right here. One more bag I was missing. speed this up a little bit. How long have I got here? An hour, not bad. Not bad. A lot of work done in an hour. And you know that anybody who was here from the beginning of the stream, I wasn't working the whole hour. I was trying to get my shit together for the first like 30 minutes. I'm speeding it up right now, but I'm gonna slow it down again right now. I'm just gonna try to get these shadows in for the hair. And I'm gonna do some more work with the eraser right now. Yeah, so just laying these hair shadows in real quick, and then I'm gonna do some eraser work. And hopefully I'm not too far off, because I'm kind of just doing it randomly right now. Just to speed it up a little bit. I mean, it's only been an hour, but I've done 3 hours. Alright, stretch, picked out my Murph, ready to go. It's all about patience, you know? Sometimes you run out. Sometimes you run out when you're painting, but the longer you can be patient and really knock some nice shit out. Look at the eraser with me. Yeah, the hair was definitely the hardest. I could probably just spend hours on the hair, to tell you the truth. I also need another eraser tip. I might have some in here. In a second. Yeah, I got one right here. Well, it's not that, don't have that much on it, but should be enough. The reason I don't use these clips more is if I don't have tape here, they'll kind of leave a mark on my painting, so I don't like to leave too many marks. I've had a gallery galleries make mentions when I do have marks on my stuff, like, hey, what's up with this? So they like stuff to be as clean as possible. And so do your customers. So do your clients if you're not working with galleries. Or people like stuff really clean, so don't like to leave marks and stuff. I guess it's obvious, but I had to learn all this stuff as an artist. I would just turn in the art the way I would make it, you know. I was kind of savage, I guess. It took me a while to kind of conform, I guess it would be. That's just really just being pro. And you can see as my channel grows, I kind of do things organically. My channel is kind of doing the same thing here on YouTube. I don't like to start off investing a ton of resources and money into things, so my production value is kind of like the most inexpensive I can get away with and stuff like that. You know, as I get more subscribers and more sponsors and stuff like that, then I'll start adding on. I just kind of like to grow things like that. So if anybody enjoys this channel, if you're a new watcher of this channel, you can hit a subscribe or like or whatever you want. Or don't. Shit. The DJs, the shoes and laser race. The boss on my back, you don't give me any slack. The dream, the weekend's gonna be. The weekend's gonna be like that, 'cause weekends will not. And I wanna have fun. Alright, let's take this tape off and see what we got. I'm gonna have to bring it down here because I don't, like I said, I don't want to leave the clips up. It's kind of cool, huh? Put some more details on it. I'd like to, I don't know if I'm going to be able to though. I'd like to put his name somewhere. I might be able to write it right here. I'll write it right now. I think that'll be cool. I'll try to put the year too. We'll try to put it in like some Roman looking writing. Of that beat in my heart. That beat. Alright, let's put his name here. I could sit here forever on this. So he's solo with 2 L's. Listen, how it be written. Let's check old Google. Alright, so let's check good old Wikipedia and see if you can see it written anywhere. There it is. So we're going to write it just like it is on this coin. So the U is actually like a V in old Roman. So I'm going to write it right here. Yeah. We'll write this, we'll write Rex right here. I just made up that E. I don't know. I think it looks cool though. Solar Rex Romanus. Here we go. There we go. Cool little, fun little piece. Thanks guys for watching. Peace out.